You walk in right now in a room and your girl's laying flat on her back and her back's arched up and somebody got their scorpion stinger about to drop them. And you know what's coming out of that thing? Poison.
Poison.
Poison. She ain't never going to be right, okay?
Never again.
Never again.
DNA's already swapped.
Yeah. Now, I proposed that back to Heath to say, Heath, would you still do that for a meal? Scorpion sting for a meal, Heath?
Scorpion sting for a meal.
Oh, any takers? And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Steak and Sauce Podcast, the baddest podcast in the land. This is episode 39. I am one of your hosts. You already know my name, Derek Nowlin, a.k.a. King Koopa, a.k.a. You Owe Me a Check. Listen, we got my brother back in the building. I'm excited to have him here. We got some big news to share with y'all. You already know his name across from me. Let's give it up for Jalen.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Also in the building, you know his name. You rarely see him because he still says he's smarter than y'all and he doesn't feel like talking. It's okay. We got Weston behind the screens. Let's give it up for him as well. You can follow him on carmack.media. All right. Is that right? I haven't said it in a while, but I want to make sure I start plugging that again. All right. Listen, we just dropped an episode. Okay. And I know y'all going to see this a little bit later, but if you're watching this, when you do watch this, make sure that you go and still hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, because I know what you got in your hand. Put that burger down, all right? We need y'all to do that for us. Listen, we've been supported. Ooh, you guys have been very supportive. You've been helping us run these numbers up. We really appreciate you guys. We can't do it without y'all, okay? But it doesn't cost you anything to hit that button and share it with your family and friends. We have a show for everybody. I guarantee it, all right? So, how's everybody been doing this week?
Smooth.
Smooth?
Smooth.
Work been good?
Oh, yeah. It's been hot, though.
Yeah.
It's been hot, though.
Bro, it's been, listen, and it just rained crazy, too?
Yeah.
So, you already know what time it is. I walked outside the other day, and right now, I'm watching my sister's dog, right? Yeah. And I've been dog sitting. She's on vacation, and I say my sister like it ain't true. I've been watching Morgan's dog, right? I'm just a habit. So it was so hot, I went to walk him the other day, and he got out of the front porch and looked up, and he kind of batted his eyes a little bit, and he went right back inside.
Yeah, it's too hot.
Yeah, it's too hot.
It's too hot.
It's too hot to pee, ladies and gentlemen. Like the dogs don't even want to be out there. It's so hot, you know? It's crazy. But look, we really do appreciate you guys. I say this all the time, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Sometimes we can get discouraged because we have a lot going on. This past weekend, Weston went with me. We had some exciting shows. Friday night, I was in Asheville, and that was an exciting show. Saturday night, we went to Bristol. Shout out to Sean Carter and the Blue Ridge Comedy Club. Weston went with me, him and his brother, and I really appreciate that. You know, we got some good footage, and I was entered into another 32 comedian bracket, and we battled it out. This one was tough. And we battled it out all the way to the round right before the finals. I got eliminated, but it's okay. You know, there's some beast in there. And I just appreciate being amongst all these good comedians and learning from them and just continue to put my name out there. So thank you to all of you guys for your support and just giving me the opportunity. And for Weston, they got VIP seats. They were front row. They got some. Now, you know, Weston, did you enjoy the overall show? It was awesome. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a good atmosphere. It's a good crowd. It's an amazing venue to perform at. I mean, it's a lot of love in there, you know, and they got $5 hot dogs. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
He said, yeah.
I wish I would have been there.
Yeah,
Tickets were sold out.
Tickets were sold out. And I think, like Sean said, in the 2 years, I may be wrong, but in the 2 years they've been doing this, it's the first maybe sold out show for the Comedy Knockout. Yeah. So, I mean, it's still picking up a lot. I've got some more shows that are going to be coming up. I will be at the Wallace Theater on Saturday for the Dark Comedy Night. I will be at Lost in Taste in Christiansburg with AJ Johnson. That's his restaurant that he owns. I'll be there performing on the 29th of this month. So mark your calendars down. Come on out and support us. We're going to have a great time. I dived in to some current events that I thought were pretty interesting recently that have taken over the internet by storm. And I just want to go through these right quick to see how y'all feel. Now, are y'all familiar with Jason Aldean, the country music artist?
Yeah.
All right. If y'all remember back in 2017, he was performing in Las Vegas when that mass shooting happened. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
When the gunman was up in the hotel
yeah,
or whatever. And he had that high vantage point on those people. And it's very, very sad. And our condolences still go out to all those people in that situation.
For sure.
Jason Aldean, a couple months ago, he released a song, and the song was called Try That in a Small Town. Basically, as I read over the lyrics, Jason was going over how he felt about someone trying to take his guns, some of the riots and things that are happening in the world, saying that, if you spit on a cop, if you're disrespectful, try that in a small town, insinuating that that doesn't happen where he lives, right? So a lot of people were upset about this, and they said, hey, you're kind of inciting more violence.
Yeah.
CMT, Country Music Television, they pulled the video, all right? The video is still available on YouTube, right? So you can go watch it. And Jason Aldean, I think his PR, somebody came forward and said that he did not intend to incite any type of violence or racism or anything like that. And here's why. Supposedly, the video was filmed at a site that held a 1946 Columbia race riot. And in 1927, a black teenager named Henry Choate, if I'm saying that wrong, please forgive me, Choate, Choate, I think that is, was hung there. So the actual production company spoke on Jason's behalf and said that Jason had nothing to do with picking the location of where this video was filmed. However, I did some digging, and there's been a lot of historic videos and movies that have been filmed in this same spot. So, Jalen, somebody knows something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's got some information on this, right? So, Jason said that this is dangerous for people to be associating his music with racism and things like that, because he doesn't want to be associated with that, and that he didn't want to do that. How do you think that this video, when you're telling people try that in a small town, now I got on TikTok, everybody's ripping and running in their pavement crawlers, big old put 5 on diesel, right? Everybody's ripping and running these trucks playing this song, telling people try that in a small town. How do you feel that, that people are going to respond to that?
That's kind of hard.
It's hard, man. It's hard because
we come from a small town.
We do.
So it's not like we would look at it like, oh, you come here, then
it's going to be problems.
It's going to be problems.
Right.
I just think if we just go about our day and you're not worried about anybody else's business, you know what I'm saying? I think we finna be all right.
Yeah, like I'm telling you right now, Jason Aldean ain't going to Chicago, okay, on 63rd and 63rd and filming this video. I'm telling you that right now.
Facts.
So I mean, it could be the same way. Jason Aldean's not going to Chicago and filming try that in a small town.
Yeah.
He ain't got enough ass.
Yeah.
Nor do his band members, okay?
For sure.
So I think that and here's what I asked you guys before we started talking today. Over the last 6 months, I have not seen a lot of riots within the U.S., right? Which is great, because I don't like them. I don't particularly like them.
Yeah, for sure.
People get hurt. People lose businesses. People, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff.
A lot of losses.
A lot of losses all the way around. But him bringing that back up is only inciting something that people have kind of gotten over a little bit. Yeah. We kind of got to a place where, we're not in election time right now, so people are not really stirred up that much. So, like, he says in the song, try that in a small town full of good old boys who were raised up right. Now, anytime that I've heard the term good old boys, how can they be good old boys if they don't tell the police who the Klan members are? They know who they are. You gonna tell me the good old boys don't know the Klans are, the Klan members are? Yeah, they do. So when you say something like that, the good old boys that were raised right, you are kind of insinuating that everybody outside of that is trash.
Yeah.
That we're not raised right.
Yeah.
Obviously, all the videos you're showing within your video show certain demographics and what they're doing. So anytime I've heard the term good old boy, that ain't nothing but a clique.
It's a gang.
It's a gang. You're a gang. Good old boy's a gang. Proud boy, good old boy, I don't know. It's all the same, And now, here on Steak and Sauce, we don't get too political, but I just wanted to break this down because I hadn't seen something as controversial as this in the country music world since the Dixie Chicks dropped Dixie off their name, and they're just called the Chicks now, right? Remember when that happened?
Yeah.
Everybody was upset. Some people got upset with Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish when he started out doing his thing.
Yeah.
Some people were upset with
what about what's his name? Made a song with Lil Durk.
Oh, Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there was a video that surfaced to him. What was it, a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago? He was outside of his residence or somebody's residence. Yeah. He was arguing with somebody. He used a racial slur. I saw the video. I'm not saying that Morgan Wallen used it. I'm not even gonna get into that, but he he used
Buddy
it.
had the pass.
Somebody gave Buddy a pass. Somebody hit that.
Yeah.
That's why him and Durkee are cool, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now, and I've been saying this for a long time. Y'all know I love music. Country music, the blues, everything, it derives from one time period. Yeah. One group. You can go back further than Chuck Berry, all these people, right? But country music has been kind of crossing over and meeting hip hop for a long time, right? Now, Tim McGraw and Nelly, over and over again, that song back in the day. You've had several artists that have done this, and now you've got Morgan Wallen and Durkee. They're fishing together. They're hanging out. They're putting out,
catching big bass.
Catching big bass, personal best. I am a professional angler. I just want to say that again. And I think that it's great because if you listen to country music, you hear a lot of hip hop in it. Yeah. Even Jason Aldean. Y'all remember that song, Dirt Road?
Yeah.
How did that song go? What am I gonna He's rapping. Is he not rapping?
He kind of is.
When we come down here and we lay down here, we lay over there, we lay over here. That's rapping. That's cadence.
That's a fast.
That cadence is hip hop. Okay, he got that. Listen, Florida Georgia line, Morgan Wallen, Kane Brown. Is that his name? Kane Brown?
Yeah.
A lot of these guys get their influences. You can hear the hip hop kind of bleeding into country music. A lot of people are going to get mad at me for that, but it's true.
Yeah.
And now you see the full blend. So I feel like there's a lot of people who are going to support Jason in this. There's a lot of people that are going to look at it like, why is he stirring this up right now?
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? He's already pledged his affiliation with old Orange Boy, right? Yeah. And you already know how he feels about that, right? Look at Weston. He already knows I'm going to say some stuff. And it's just crazy to me that how many people, I read the comments underneath this video on YouTube, and everybody's pissed. Yeah, try that down here in Swamp
Everybody's
Bottom.
dropping a location.
Yeah, locations, and I got a 30-06. And okay, great.
Yeah.
But we're going to do better as being unified in this country than separation. I feel like this is causing a little bit of separation. And I know what y'all going to say. I'm going to go ahead and just get it out the way. Y'all going to say, Derek, how can you sit here and talk about him inciting some type of violence with this song when they're doing this, that, and the third? I get it, right? But this is what I chose to talk about. And until y'all's faces is up there, okay, y'all talk about what y'all want to talk about. But like I said, I really do think that he may receive a little bit more backlash dealing with this song. In the comments when y'all see this, post below, go look at the video on YouTube, try that in a small town, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me the type of feeling that y'all got from that when y'all watched it, because that's what I got from it, right? All right, moving right along. Adam 22. No jumper, right? Now, his wife's name is Lena, right? Lena the Plug, whatever it is, right? Now, I'm not going to go into it too much and get graphic. Everybody knows where I'm going with this, okay? I really feel that this is a scenario where Adam reached out, they sat down in a room. Their team has orchestrated this entire shit show, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to film. We're going to release the footage. We're going to act like me and you are beefing over it.
Yeah.
We'll keep this going. The numbers are going to go crazy. Obviously, he's okay with it because who in the...
You're not going to beef with him.
You're not going to... Yes.
look at this man. Like, no funny. Like, bro's big. Like, you're not finna beef with him.
You're not finna beef with him.
It's all about money.
It's about money. You know what's gonna happen next? And I'm gonna call it right here on Steak and Sauce Podcast. It'll be a celebrity boxing match.
Nah, he not doing it.
It'll continue on until, you know what I'm saying? So what I saw was a guy responding to Adam. Buddy was talking reckless.
Oh, yeah.
I made love to your wife, and it's been this long since she's had this, that, and the third. Listen, I don't care what we sanction. You ain't gonna get on here talking crazy. Let me ask you something as a man.
Yeah, okay.
How secure do you have to be with yourself as a man to even propose to your wife, to your significant other, that, hey, we can do this for some type of tangible gain? How secure do you have to be? Not only do you have to carry that around in your conscience, right?
Yeah.
The world is dissecting this and making it into whatever they want to.
Yeah.
You're looking crazy to everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the next day, you go out and you buy your girl a daggone Urus. For her.
He did buy her a Urus.
Yeah, she gets rewarded.
Yeah.
Right?
Because they definitely made an easy meal.
Easy
meal.
And there's more money to come.
For sure.
Because now they've opened up. Now, first of all, I will say this before y'all say I'm a hater. I appreciate their business savviness.
Yeah.
They were the only podcast that was having guests on the show for him and his wife, and then they're having another show.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
That's genius.
Yeah.
The flip side of that coin is now she's like, I want to have my fun, right? Now, if you're getting money with your honey and y'all got an understanding, I say, hey, be all for it, right? I used to date a girl in Texas. There was this old head. They used to like to pick her up, take her to the mall. They go get ice cream and stuff. He was past the age of doing anything.
Yeah.
Stuff wasn't working, but he had bread. You know how many times I paid my truck payment because she would go chill with him? You know how many times I got some Coogee or something like that back in the day?
Yeah.
Because and listen, I ain't gonna say her name if she's watching it. Look, it's all love. But we ran a little thing. I feel like that's what they're doing this on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like this is gonna be a huge copycat thing. There's gonna be more celebrities that are already doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Not in the limelight. They're gonna start doing this kind of stuff. And I feel like Adam, he needs to hold it together because that stuff could start eating away at you. If
he's selling his soul. I mean,
you kind of are.
You know what I'm saying?
You kind of are.
Yeah.
They got kids.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm old school like you. If I love a woman, listen, I talked about on the show with Weston, I read some things that said that we're not supposed to, in this lifetime, we're not supposed to be possessive of anything. Like, you know how we say, that's my girl, that's my man?
Yeah.
Everybody says that. Who doesn't say that?
Yeah.
I'm going to fight for my man. We're supposed to be in a state where we're open enough to allow people to come and go as they please. I'm not saying don't fight for your relationship, but when you add that, oh, that's my wife, but I think that comes with something.
Yeah.
If you're my wife, I love you on a different level, and I probably don't want us doing certain things just for the bag.
Yeah.
The bag is great, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
We're trying to get to the bag right now.
Yeah.
But we have limits, right? I'm not going to put my wife out there even if she felt like it was okay at the time, because what if 5 years from now, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no. I'm just thinking about Heath. So the day he asked me, right?
Yeah.
He said, I started laughing.
Yeah.
He said, what if somebody came up to you and asked you?
Shout out to Heath, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asked you if I'd give you $1 million
Yeah.
to sleep with your wife. She said no. Would you leave her? Would you leave her?
Damn it, girl. Yeah.
Yo, I am
weak. Weston, how would you feel? $1 million? Now, let me look at Jalen's crying. Heath is stupid, bro.
Now everybody's thinking, watching this, I'd definitely leave her.
I'd definitely leave her. You pass up on a meal, girl, you better go ahead and do that. You know, I'm joking. Now, there was a movie back in the day I'm showing my age a little bit. It was called Indecent Proposal. Y'all remember that movie? So a rich man approached a regular guy to sleep with his wife, right? Took her, he was rich, took her on this boat and all this other stuff. The guy thought that he was okay with it, right? Yeah. As the movie progresses, it tore him apart, right? Couldn't handle it, starts all these emotions, arguing. And I'm not going to tell you how it ends. Y'all go watch it, Indecent Proposal. But that was the basis of that movie. Hey, I'll pay you to be with your beautiful wife for one night. Yeah. They're both like, honey, come on. Yeah. Right? Like, come and get this bread. But what the lasting effects of that is the mental stuff. Yes. What you replay. Now, luckily for Adam, he saw what happened. Oh, yeah. In this movie, your wife went away from you for an entire night and then she came back. Right? So now your imagination can play up. Now, if it was me, I'd do some stupid stuff like they just played Connect Four and spades and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would tell myself.
I would not be Adam 22.
I would not. Yeah.
I'd rather just think.
I'd rather just think like, hey, it's probably whack. Yeah. Right? That's what I would, you hope.
Yeah, for
right?
Sure.
Let me tell y'all a quick story. Steak and sauce stories. Now, my homeboy in the military, right? I will not say his name. I had plenty of homeboys. Him and his girl decided to open up their relationship and start venturing out to see other people. They went to this party, right? Yeah. And they said that when they walked in, they were dressed up like everybody else was. He said there were rooms everywhere. And in each one of these rooms, there was something different going on. I'll leave it up to your imagination. He said he walked in, said he saw the baddest chick you've ever seen, right? Painted like a damn Egyptian, what do they call them? Like Cleopatra or something like that. Said she walked up to him, grabbed him by the hand, took him over to a seat. His wife followed, right? Or his girl, whoever it was. He said they sat there and talked for a minute. Next thing, she starts kissing on his neck, right? Looks over at his girl. She gives him confirmation, like, she's bad, go ahead. Yeah. So they all start kind of mingling, right? Yeah. He said shorty climbed on top of him, threw that thing up in there. He said 3 minutes later. Ugh.
Oh, man.
Yeah. 3 minutes later, hot potato, right? What'd you call it? Side potato.
Side potato.
Side potato. 3 minutes later, side potato, right? So he's sitting there like, oh my gosh, this has been like, he's just mesmerized by this girl, right? And he's like, damn, fella, you know. Now, he looks over again. His girl is gone.
Oh, man.
Now, where'd she go? Right? So he takes shorty, hey,
scooped her up.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Puts her off to the side, kisses her. He said he walks around this whole place for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Still can't find his girl. Yeah. He said he went to a door. The door had 2 big dudes with swords crossed over their chest, standing guard. Like it was like the Mummy or something, right?
Yeah.
So the guy, he went to step towards the door. The 2 dudes closed into the middle to block him from getting in. He said, can I go into here? And they said, at your own risk. They moved out the way. They let him in. He said this door weighed like 50 pounds. Push it open.
Soundproof.
Yes. Right? He said that when he opened the door, the light from the hallway went inside the room. He said he saw this dude that was like 7 foot tall. He said his girl was laying flat on her back with her knees bent up to her neck. He said this guy was in a full push-up position, had his hips back, and he said that thing cast a shadow. It was so... He said it cast a shadow in the room. No. He said Buddy was in a full-on, like, you know how a damn scorpion raises his stinger before it drops it in you? He said that stinger was up. He said, no, screaming, right? Yeah. Said this girl and the guy both looked over at him like, what? He said he ran over, tackled Buddy.
Oh, man.
They wrestled on the floor, both of them naked, meat going this way. She's in the floor screaming. She's mad. She's like, what the fuck is wrong? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
He was like, what are you doing? She was like, what? You just in that other room with that girl?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, baby. I mean, what is all this? You know what I'm saying? And Buddy was like, man, you already had your fun. Let me have mine. He got his girl, picked her up and said, let's go now. He said that was the longest car ride home he's ever had, bro.
The dude picked his girl up?
No, he did. He was like, babe, let's go.
I was like,
yeah, I'd have fought him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't care.
Climbed up his back.
Yeah. Bink. Yeah. So he picked up his girl. They leave.
Yeah.
He said the whole ride home, they just back and forth. Right. Now, how you feel about that? I mean, he was being kind of selfish, right? He done ventured out. But Shorty, you couldn't find no regular dudes.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You had to go to down 6'7".
You had to go to the dude from 300. Remember the dude from 300?
Spartan 300, yeah.
With all the gold on him and stuff. You know, what was his name? Xerxes.
Yeah.
You had to go get Xerxes? Out of all the people in there, right? Now, a lot of people gonna look at this and say, oh, Derek's a hater. I ain't no hater. I'm being real.
Yeah.
You walk in right now in a room and your girl's laying flat on her back and her back's arched up and somebody got their scorpion stinger about to drop them. And you know what's coming out of that thing? Poison.
Poison.
Poison. She ain't never going to be right, okay?
Never again.
Never again.
DNA's already swapped.
Yeah.
Nah.
She ain't never going to be right. Now, I proposed that back to Heath to say, Heath, would you still do that for a meal? Scorpion sting for a meal, Heath?
Scorpion sting for a meal.
Oh, any takers? Right? Now, that changes the whole dynamic of the situation because you can't be selfish and say as a man that I'm going to go ahead and do what I'm doing. But now that my girl is getting ready to, have her fun, I'm going to break it up.
Facts.
Comment below how many men would have walked in that room and did the same thing. I just want to know.
I definitely would have.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's a natural reaction.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Or can you imagine if you walked in and he went ahead and dropped it?
I don't know.
I probably would have stabbed him.
Yeah, it would have
been
crazy.
It'd have been bad. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have never been allowed to come back. See, we can't bring you nowhere, Derek. You're always trying to, So look, in our culture right now, there's a lot of things that have been coming up, and I call it here today, gone tomorrow. It's like we see it. Rest in peace to those people who tragically died in the submarine accident.
Sure.
For days, it consumed us. I have not heard a thing. I think Weston said they shut down all their social medias. Different things have been going on, but I feel like our culture, even in TikTok, some of the dances and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we have a very quick. It's taken the world over, and then a week later, it's like it never happened.
It's gone.
Is that crazy to y'all?
Yeah.
Like, do y'all feel that same way?
Yeah, for sure.
I even feel that way with the media.
Yeah.
Recently, a tornado hit a Pfizer plant. Did y'all see that? So there was a tornado, and maybe, Weston, I know you like for me to tell you in advance. Can we Google tornado that hit Pfizer plant? I forget what state it was in. A tornado hit a Pfizer plant, and we know Pfizer was definitely, one of the companies that was responsible with vaccines and stuff like that.
In North Carolina.
North Carolina. I didn't know that. I thought it was further away. So a lot of people are talking about this right now, too, because they're like, just the plant? Because I didn't hear of any other destruction or anything else like that outside of it. But there's definitely some big wig people who have a lot of money who are involved with Pfizer. And we do know, I saw this thing. They have a machine that can put clouds in the air. I saw it.
Yeah.
And those clouds will then go through the cycle and they will produce rain. I saw this huge machine on YouTube, and it's like, brrr, and it's putting clouds in the air.
It's crazy.
Great, yeah. So I don't know if we have the technology to create certain storms. A lot of people say we do. I'm not sure. I
think we do.
We probably do, right?
Sure.
Now, is that some type of conspiracy right there for that hitting that Pfizer plant? I don't know, but I do feel like that's a little spooky. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
When's the last tornado that hit North Carolina?
Right.
I ain't never heard like
a
tornado landing down and destroying
stuff that close to us. I don't know. It's definitely something that caught my eye. I was like, man, this is kind of weird, but that's that like here today, gone tomorrow stuff. Everybody knows that we've been grinding on this show. And we recently hit 500 subscribers. That's our first milestone. So let's give it up for that.
Sure.
First, let me start off. I want to thank everybody that's here right now. Jalen, Weston, especially Weston. Weston, he's like the O-line.
Yeah.
Weston does a lot of work without the accolades. Is that how you say that? Accolades? I tell him all the time, but a lot of people don't see it, you know. Weston gives me the freedom to be creative and to create some stuff, and then he goes and puts that final product on it. You know what I'm saying? And behind the scenes, making this thing look good. So I want to tell you here right now, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here, a part of this team. You believed in me from day one. Being you sat in the same room before we even filmed the first episode. And you said, Derek, I think you got it. Let's run it, right? So Jalen has been on several episodes. Still going to be on several episodes. One of our highest viewed episodes you were on.
For sure.
So I thank you for that, for believing in me. You've seen me do a million things, right?
Yeah.
And I'm always trying, right? There's one thing about me, I'm always going to try. But I just appreciate you not only just wanting to be a part of it, but you want to see me win. Because, you know, one of us is something's going to work.
Somebody got
somebody, listen, it might be you.
Yeah.
Somebody is going to be the first millionaire in this family.
Facts.
Right? We believe that. We've always said it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to support you the same way you support me, right? Because it's possible.
Yeah.
Us reaching this first milestone, obviously talking to Weston, we knew that this is the first of many, right?
Yeah.
We hit 500. We feel good about it. Actually, we're over 500. I think today we're at 532.
Okay.
Now, some of that we can, push to the episode that we just dropped, which is going to do numbers. I know it. We had a special guest on here, right? Oh, Cowboy Chris. And y'all going to get to know him. He's one of my friends from Dallas, Texas. He's crazy, but I think we're going to have him on here a lot more. Now, we had a video with Cowboy Chris that we put on TikTok, and it's on the way. I wouldn't say it's viral yet, but it's doing numbers. Can we pull that up, Weston? So right now with Cowboy Chris, and y'all can see him right here, all right? I don't know what else she does. We did get her personal trainer.
Yeah.
And it's big old swole dude. You know what I'm saying? Comes to the house, works out with her. They do laps in the pool and stuff like that. You know, everything's fine. You think, would you?
Now she training right now while you're up here?
I'm sure she is. Yeah. How y'all feel about that?
I wouldn't leave my wife with a trainer.
You wouldn't leave your wife with a trainer?
No.
Why?
Because he's going to dig her down.
You think he's doing that right now?
Right now, sir.
Absolutely.
Cowboy Chris, your wife is getting digged down.
Raw.
By a bigger dick.
Now, hang on, son. Boy, if I can reach. Fuck you mean bigger dick?
By a bigger dick, boy? What do you mean?
Now, my wife, she don't have to work. So, we dropped this video, right? Everybody's loving it, right? And people are really thinking, in this thing that, my wife is somewhere in Dallas and we're having some issues, right?
Yeah.
These comments have been sending me all day. Go back up a little bit. He was cool with it until they said bigger. Right? Why is that hat so big? Black Doug, whatever that is, Adam 22. Yeah. I don't know what that means. Raw, right? So, what's that say right here?
Pull back
that why I oughta on him. Yeah, I did. Not me, but Chris did. You know what I'm saying? Chris pulled back that. I thought that hat was animated. This one gets me every time. Shout out to Sean, by the way. Sean, my buddy Sean Reed, big supporter. He's a macho man. He lifts all the weights in the gym. He supports us from day one. Everything that I drop or put out, Sean likes it, shares it, and he's been supportive. So, Sean, shout out to you right now again, all right? Bro ain't care until you tried to play his side. Bro crossed the line. Them's fighting words. I agree. He lost me at 10-second mark. Okay. Bro
Bro was hungry until the
hang on, son. Yeah, he was good till then. That's the problem.
Adam
you
22
can't reach.
found out real quick.
You're right. Yeah. Everybody's roping this in, this Adam 22 into this video, right? So as you can see, Steak and Sauce family, we appreciate y'all. I'm going to reach out to Cowboy Chris. We're going to have him back, right?
For sure.
We're going to keep bringing him back. Obviously, y'all like him. We like him. He's crazy. I'm going to reach out to him, see what he's got going on, see when he can come back. So like I said, we reached that first milestone. We have so many more that we are going to hit. We know it. It's just a process. Jalen, what have you seen kind of being on the other side of this from like episode 1 when I first started until now?
Dedication.
Yeah.
Dedication for sure. Because you still got to factor this into your whole life.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know, life's moving every day, but you're still on to it every day. You're networking with different people.
Right.
You know, and this goes along with your comedy shows too.
Right.
You're networking with so many people that you got to blow.
Got to.
It's the only point.
It's the only
it's
point.
The only algorithm to
right.
blow.
Yes. You told me. You said, Derek, you got it. You just got to get on these bigger stages, right? And that's what we've been trying to do. Getting on bigger stages. Every show we do, we promote this show. Everything's funneling coming back to Steak and Sauce Podcast.
Exactly.
Right?
When you're not networking other places, right here.
Right here. You know and y'all network for me, right?
Yes.
You support. You get on there and you reached out to a social media guy. Hey, my brother Killing shows up here in Virginia,
Calvin
right?
Grimes,
Calvin
Grimes, man. Come on, man.
Come on, Calvin. Come on the show, man. We need you on here.
For
Calvin
sure.
Grimes, we're going to tag you in this. Come on, brother. Let's work with each other, right? Somebody tag Drewski in that video, right? Drewski. Come on, brother.
On there.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on to VA.
Come on to VA. Yeah. Put your hat on. You can meet Cowboy Chris, okay? Now, I really appreciate that because you guys have just as much on your plate as I do. Y'all got families. Y'all got other things you're doing. Weston's in school. You're working crazy hours. But anytime that I've asked y'all, hey, man, can y'all film today? Can y'all support me in this? Y'all been right there. Sure. So this is organically built with family, bro. Like if you look at majority of our episodes, man, these are people that we talk to every day.
Every day.
And some people are from, you know, that we don't talk to every day, but most of them, you know, we are. So what do you think are some of the most difficult hurdles that we may have faced other than consistency, like starting from the first episode till now? I would say personally one of mine is keeping in my head that this is going to work.
Yeah.
When you're going through the process, they tell you to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
And I do. Sometimes I sit back and I'm like, man, we had a good time.
Yeah.
We had some good laughs. That was a good show. And I can feel it when it's a good show. But sometimes I tell myself, I'm like, Derek, this is a grind, man. Like,
you got to keep grinding.
You got to keep going, right?
Yeah.
We're already this far. I feel fortunate because we started from, like I always say, me and Weston started from what's a logo going to look like? What's a logo going to look like?
Yeah.
To now. That's one of the things that's the furthest from our mind now.
Exactly.
And at one point,
gonna keep going.
It was one of the biggest, you know? How hard do y'all feel that it was for us to grind to this first 500? Weston, I know you're not mic'd up, but still, it's tough. Anybody that's in this, anybody that's on YouTube, I really feel like they understand starting out how hard it is to grind for each subscriber. When we started, the first two, I believe, was Val and Dad.
Yeah. You got to think it's friends and family
Friends
first,
and family first,
and
right?
Then you only got 20, 30 of them, 40
right?
maybe,
Yeah, 40
50.
maybe.
Then it's...
You got to go from there.
Exactly.
And I shout out to them as well. Shout out to Justin Kelly. Shout out to Valerie. Shout out to, I know I'm going to miss some people. These are people that come up to me constantly and tell me, Derek, I watched the whole episode. And I'm going to go ahead and plug this right quick, Weston. If you guys can, if you can find time, even if you do it in segments, watch the full episode, right? For two reasons. One, it helps us out. Number two, we're going to start putting some Easter eggs in these videos, and you're going to have to watch the full video in order to get that Easter egg. And there's going to be an incentive to you telling us the timestamp of where these Easter eggs are. Also, I just appreciate people to watch the full episode because you're taking time to do that for us, and we appreciate it, right? 36.6 or 36 point something % of our audience right now that watches this show are not subscribed. All right? I'm going to say that again. Over 36% of you, and we appreciate you. You guys are not subscribed. That is a big chunk that watches the show. We're appreciative, but we need you guys to subscribe. I think sometimes people hear that word. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just going to update you when we drop this fire content, all right? So we'd like to get that number down because we have a large group of you guys that are watching us consistently that we don't have subscribed yet, all right? So I know a lot of people come up to me like, Derek, I thought I was subscribed and I'm not, right? Just make sure you check for me. Hit that subscribe button to make sure you're locked in, all right? Also, one of the things that I thought about that I wrote down, how much work goes into this, right? People see the final product, and this ain't even the final product right now. You'll see it when we're done, but we have to coordinate schedules, right? Right? You just got off work.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You just got off work. We just drove in the crazy rain to get here down 81, right? Everybody got their hazards on.
Yeah.
We got to sync schedules, right? Now, obviously, this week's scheduling, Preston's got stuff he's got going on. Tonio's got stuff he's got going on. So that happens like that sometimes. Yeah. Thankfully, we can link up. We can still run it. We can do what we need to do. Weston has to sync with his schedule, right? You know, on top of that, we have to come and not only just turn these cameras on and talk. We have thought about this. We have already outlined what we're going to talk about. Now, obviously, y'all know me. It's going to go left.
Yeah.
It's just, that's just part of it, right? I wouldn't be me if I didn't say some crazy stuff.
Exactly.
But we have to pull you guys in and keep you guys in and entertain you guys. I keep hitting this. And also give you guys something that you can take away from this, some information you didn't know. Maybe some knowledge, maybe some stuff. I've had Weston come up to me before, but like, dang, Derek, I wish I was mic'd up that day because the stuff y'all were talking about, I've experienced as a man before, and I would like to comment on it, you know? So I think a lot of the stuff, even though we may, you know, we have our laughs, there's a lot of stuff embedded in this show that is really useful, you know? Yeah. We got to keep you captivated the whole time, entertain. And then also, that's the sauce part of the show. Yeah. The steak part is what you take away from it if you can apply this to your own life. The episode with me and Jordan, it's a lot of stuff that he said, you know what, I didn't think about it like that. There's a million ways to communicate with your partner. You just got to find which one works the best. Yeah. Right? Because it might be something you never even thought of. Yeah. Something you haven't even tried before, but it's going to help y'all out so much. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Everybody just wants peace in the house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody just wants peace, because I'm telling you, when you get older, the thought of an argument makes your stomach hurt. Facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. The thought of an argument at a certain age will make your stomach hurt before you even get there, because you just don't even want to be at odds with the person, because it takes so much to build back, right? Somebody's got to start building that bridge, like I told Jordan. Somebody's got to walk in the living room and say, "You hungry?" Right? Somebody's got to say something. What we gonna eat? Somebody's got to start that bridge so we can get back on the same page. And the reason you're able to do that is because you have a friendship. Your friendship is that last foundation. My mom taught me it's the last foundation that you land on that keeps you guys bouncing back. So, you know, as long as you can do that, you'll always find a way back, you know? Another thing that I think of in this process is that a lot of people don't get to see, and I'd like to highlight, is what you guys bring to the table. The amount of hours that Weston puts in to edit this, right? To be able to give you guys such a high quality show. I do my thing on this side of the camera, and Weston is doing phenomenal things on the other side, right? And we're very appreciative of that. A lot of people don't get to see that. They don't get to see, Weston, how many hours a week it take you? 30 hours a week. You know, that's a lot. Just to edit, right? Now, that's not including us dropping micro content for you guys, right? Yeah. Which he showed me how to do that now. So I kind of head that up. Him also doing other social media stuff, promoting. Tonio promoting on social media. Preston doing it as well. Shout out to Preston. Preston put a dope little post up, ran us up over 500, right? Yeah. So I think Weston's brother-in-law, or soon-to-be brother-in-law, was number 499. So let's give it up for him. Yeah, for sure. Right? And he even reached out to Preston's like, "Hey, dog, I thought I was subbed, but I wasn't." Right? I wasn't, yeah. So from the other day of us breaking over 500, us posting has already shot us up to we're over 530. So this is just going to continue to grind. Keep going. Our next goal is 1,000. subs. And we're just going to keep going from there. Another thing that I think is very difficult is how hard I am on myself about this show. It's hard for me to go back and watch these episodes because I'm like, I could have said that, or I could have said this,
or I should have,
or I should have done this. But in the moment, all I have is what I have, right?
Yeah.
And there's sometimes I watch it and I'm like, how did I even think of it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dynamic that we bring on this show, it works because everybody brings something so good to this platform. You know what I'm saying? And I thank you guys, even the people that aren't here. I think every guest we've had on the show, everybody that's reached out to us and told us. I have people that listen to the show every morning when they go to work.
It's turn.
That's love.
That's love.
You know what I'm saying? And these are people that understand that. Shout out to Nick Rush. Nick Rush put a post up that said, and I'm paraphrasing, he said, these guys get entertainment. You know, they're going to make you laugh. They're going to give you something to think about, and you might even learn something. Yeah. Coming from Nick Rush, hey, Nick, shout out to Nick Rush. Shout out to Cody Rush. I really appreciate that because that means a lot coming from somebody like that, right? Yeah. That supports us openly. Dave Sheeler, everybody. Something else that has been difficult with this is understanding that this ain't an overnight process, right? I mean, you talked about this before. Yeah. You've got a lot of dreams and stuff and things that you're working on, and we want it to be here now.
Yeah.
You know?
It don't go like that.
It don't go like that. It's not an instant thing. And I think the problem is, man, me and you, we have great ideas, and we see this stuff on social media, and it's already popped for somebody. But we didn't see all the groundwork that they put in.
Exactly. All the behind the scenes.
All behind the scenes stuff. They're only going to give you the final product because that's what they want you to see.
Yeah.
We didn't see them being unsure about something, scrapping an idea, using a lot of money and resources to get this product, you know? So we don't see that, you know? A lot of people think that what we do here is easy. A lot of people think your personality, my personality, Weston, that it's just so natural for us to do this. And I want to let people know, I love this platform. I love what I do. One of the most nerve-wracking things is to make sure that I am doing my best to give you guys a good show.
Yeah.
Right? Now, sometimes that means I'm going to be a character. Sometimes that means I'm a, you know what I'm saying? It just, whatever it means. But there's a lot of pressure on me to make sure that each episode that we push out, we're giving you that steak and sauce effect. Yeah. You feel that way, same way too, when you come on?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I just feel like this whole process has just been great.
It has been.
It's been just like, it's moving. I mean, it's only been a short period of time, really, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
So you got to think about, like, how long have you been out of high school?
I've been out of high school 20 years next year.
So imagine 20 years from
I don't want to hear
now.
no old jokes either.
He said.
Yeah.
So imagine 20 years from now.
Right.
Where do you think you're going to be from 20 years from now?
20 years from now, I'm going to be the man. I'm saying it right now.
Yeah.
I'm calling it right now. 20 years, I'm going to have my land, my pond stocked with trophy-sized bass.
Big ass steak in the front yard.
Big steak in the front, yep. Big old diesel. I'm going to put 5 on it. Jalen's business is going to be booming. Weston's going to have his heated floors, and his house is going to look like Iron Man's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tonio's going to have what he wants. Everybody, I'm telling you, that's what I see. I see it, and I feel it, and I feel like we're blessed to be able to have the skills that we have. There are so many things that almost didn't happen because for the longest time when I was a kid, I think the hardest thing, like I said before, is accepting ourselves as men and being okay with who we are.
Yeah.
If I'm not who I am, I can't do this.
For sure.
Because if I start dialing stuff back, if I listen to people, oh, Derek, you shouldn't say that. Oh, you're almost 40. Why are you still talking about titties? Yeah. I'm going to be talking about titties at 90.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is. If I start dialing back myself, I can't give myself in the organic state to be able to do this, right?
Yeah.
And really, it's therapeutic for me. Being able to sit here and talk to you and go over stuff, you know what I'm saying? Talk to Weston. It's a chance to kind of download every week and have fun.
Yeah.
I don't know anywhere else. And here's the crazy thing. Even if we didn't have these microphones, we'd be having the same conversation somewhere else.
Oh, yeah.
We'd be sitting on your couch eating wings.
Eating wings. Little 10 piece.
Little 10 piece. Little 10 piece. 10 piece productions, by the way. Yeah. Eating a little 10 piece, talking about box trucks, ideas, business ideas.
For sure.
We do this all the time. It's just we're blessed enough to do it like we are right now. I think a lot of people think that this process is easy. And like I said, there's a lot of people out here right now that's going to watch this. You guys are still battling with somebody critiquing or somebody saying something about who you are. One thing I'm realizing every day, since I've been out of school almost 20 years, life is short. We have a very short amount of time to get everything done that we want to.
Yeah.
Do not wait, okay? I think I waited to this point because I needed to build the confidence to know that I could do it. But if there's somebody watching this right now and you want to start a podcast or open up a transport company, box trucks, do it in your 20s.
Facts.
Right? Who's to say you can't? The quicker you fail at things, the quicker you will get to what you're good at.
Yeah.
And if anybody knows me, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that everything has been glitz and glamour. I've just finally landed in something that I know I can do.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of things I've tried I'm not good at.
Yeah.
This, y'all can't take this from me. Right? That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Steak and sauce. Like, try if you want to, right? Yeah. That's how I feel about it, right? I'd show up at Weston's house if we tried to walk away. No, I'm playing. But like the crazy thing is, I just want everybody to be encouraged, man, because this almost didn't happen.
Yeah.
Right? This almost didn't happen. Me getting on stage doing comedy almost didn't happen. A lot of things that we try to do almost don't happen because we are in fear of what somebody else is going to say or think. Mm-hmm. And I say this, if I could go back to my 20s right now, 20 years old with the knowledge that I have,
yeah.
Oh my gosh. With the things I've learned that I tell you guys,
yeah.
Life insurance, real estate. I always thought, man, my first house has to be 2-story house, this and that. No. Go grab that $80,000 house.
Right.
I didn't know. I was too caught up on things that didn't matter instead of laying the groundwork for things that could really be beneficial, right? I was trying to edit videos in Afghanistan of me and Clark messing with people, and I got frustrated because my transitions weren't right. I've been trying to do stuff like this. Yeah. It's just now's the time. So I encourage anybody that's out there, I don't care if you're 19, 20, T-Lo, everybody that's talented, run with this stuff, man. You were born with a gift. Anything you bring to me, what I tell you, it's going to work.
It's going to work.
It's going to work. That's the only option we have. And even when you tell yourself at night, when you're laying in the bed and you're like, bro, I don't know about this. Somebody's going to hit you up the next day and they're going to be like, Derek, where's that other episode at?
Yeah.
Somebody's waiting on it.
You got to push it out.
You got to push it out. Somebody's waiting on this stuff, man. So moving right along, you recently became a father. Let's give it up for that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Right?
Appreciate it.
My brother, right?
Yes.
Baby brother. You have a beautiful little girl, right?
Appreciate it.
Little Miss Mila, right?
Yeah.
And how let me just open this up to you. How was that whole process, man?
Stressful.
Right?
But a blessing.
Right.
A very blessing.
Right, yeah.
It's like, you were like, went home. I mean, went to work or something, or went to school, whatever, and you just can't wait to get home.
Right.
To see that brand new dog or play that game. Or,
right,
but it's not like that. It's
right.
like, it's my baby girl. So it's different. It's like I want to get home every day just to see her.
Right.
So it's definitely a blessing, and I feel like the family, our family just makes it a whole lot easier for sure. And
now,
go ahead.
I know she's getting bigger already.
Yeah.
She has to be. And I'll tell a little funny story. So I was I was at Jalen's one night.
Oh, man, I wish I had it.
Oh, man, yeah. I was at Jalen's one night, and baby Mila, she had just ate. Jalen said, bring her to me. So Jalen got her cleaned up, right? Got her changed and everything, and she's laying on the changing table, and Jalen get her good to go. She's dry, new outfit, everything, right? As Jalen's putting like the last little finishing touch on it, he said, oh, no. Jalen lifted the baby up. Jalen said, she done peed all the way to her shoulders. The pee just ran all the way up under her. Jalen said, where did all this come from? So we're over there laughing, right? Because I know Jalen was like, hand me a towel.
Yeah.
Like, but the good thing was, it was like that moment, man, it shows you're going to have 1,000 more of those and how much patience you have because you done all this to get her dry so she's comfortable.
Yeah.
Put a new fit on her. And you know what I'm saying? Right as you get it done, you know what I'm saying? And I went over there after you got her changed again and I'm looking and Kiara, shout out to Kiara. She said, she's got Jalen's feet. And I didn't notice it at first, but her feet were hanging over the changing table. Y'all, her foot is that long at birth. I kid you not, baby girl got some big old feet. She's going to be tall, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Is she sleeping good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She definitely sleeps good, but she's kind of off and on. Well, I'm at work.
Right.
That's what Kiera. And
Right.
I mean, I definitely say that too. It's with having a kid, you got to have patience.
Right.
You got to have patience with your partner. You got to have patience with your kid, you know? So it's patience all the way around, but you got to understand it's life. It's going to keep flowing.
Right.
You know, it's going to get easier.
Right. As
And
she
you
gets
can't
older.
wait until you just see, you know what I'm saying? When she gets 18, you're pushing her out the door. She's big things, whatever.
Right.
Can't wait.
And you've done your job.
I've done my job.
Right. Yeah. How do you feel? Do you feel that and you have a baby girl? So I know if I had a baby girl, how I'd feel, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I know that there probably wouldn't be much difference. And my wife or whoever would probably be mad at me because I'd have her wrestling and doing all kinds of stuff. Do you feel like those lines are kind of blurred because of how we are? Like, she's gonna ride dirt bikes, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's gonna be pushing the whip at like 10.
She gonna be tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she gonna be tough for sure.
She doesn't have, like, it's really not in a bad way, but she really doesn't. It's in her blood.
Yeah,
you know, especially with you and Kiera combined. Yeah. I mean, you both love.
Kiera loves the same thing.
Loves the same thing. I mean, it's bound to happen. You know, what is one of the things that you thought that you were prepared for before she was born? And now she's here, and you were like, whoa, I was not prepared for that.
Diaper changes.
Diaper changes.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, I mean, patience.
Right.
You know? So sometimes I got to get up. I mean, every day I have to get up for work at 5.
Yeah.
You know, leave out 5:15.
Right.
But I might get up, take a little leak, 1 o'clock. It's a diaper change, you know.
Oh, at 1 a.m.,
For sure, you know.
Yeah.
She was just like, hey, check her diaper and such.
Right.
She lays in the bed. And of course, I'm going to do that for her because she's with her all day, every day, you know,
Right.
breastfeeding, of course.
Right.
So get back in the bed like 2. It might be like 2:30. She starts crying, you know. You don't get to go to sleep.
Right.
It's 3:40. You go back to sleep. Wake up for work. You know
Alarm's going off.
Yeah, exactly. Then it's like just a constant repeat, but that's where that patience comes in. You got to have patience.
Right.
It's all about patience.
Now,
Sure.
I commend you for that, man. And I know the type of man you are. There's no way that you're going to lay in that bed
Yeah.
knowing baby girl needs a diaper change,
Yeah,
right?
facts.
Kara's dead asleep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be that way. I'm not about to wake you up because I know
Yeah.
this needs to be done. I'm going to do it because I know you're going to have 8 diaper changes throughout the
Facts
day.
when I'm at work.
When you're at work, right? Is that something that you feel like, and I don't want to get too much in y'all's business, tell me if I am, but is that something that y'all talk about, or is that just something that just kind of worked itself out?
I think that was just something that just worked out.
Right, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
she tries to stay, you know what I'm saying, quiet when she breastfeeds and stuff here in the night, but it's kind of hard, you know.
Right.
So I don't complain at all. I mean, it is what it is. I get home, I take a nap, whatever. you know.
Right, yeah.
It is what it is. But her job is most important. She's definitely got it hard.
She's got it hard.
She's got it hard. You know,
Yep.
mothership is hard.
Yeah.
I couldn't be a mother.
I'm saying right now, Steak and Sauce Podcast,
I
the
ain't gonna
Lord
lie
knew
to
when he
you.
made me,
Yeah, for
who he
sure.
made me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. I don't even think I'd try to get pregnant, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. Somebody
Not
said
after I seen what Kira went through, she threw up every day. For
every
sure.
day.
Every day. Every day of her pregnancy, she threw up.
That's rough, man.
Rough.
I don't even like doing it once a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once a year bothers me. I can't imagine being sick and smelling stuff and
Yeah.
and you know, going through that process, man. What are some of the things you're looking forward to?
Dirt bikes, 4-wheeler.
Forward.
I can't wait till we could just go out one weekend like, Mila, you want to go ride?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And she's out there
Yeah.
cutting it up and
Yeah.
stuff. No, that's a blessing, man. That and it's such a blessing because you have a daughter, it changes our family dynamic. We have a new baby to love on. Everybody's involved. Our family's close. That's one thing I can say that I'm so grateful for is with our family, all it takes is somebody to pick up the phone. Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to be there on the other side.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, it may not be within 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but we're going to try to do our best to be there and to do that. And what bigger blessing, man, in your life? Because one of the things that's hardest for me right now is thinking about me having a kid at the age that I'm at, right?
Yeah.
You and me are going to kind of grow together, right?
Sure.
I think about my life right now. I'm like, okay, Derek, you got like 30, and then I'm kind of be like on the beach somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that 30 years, the next 30 years for me, and maybe that's why I think about things the way I do. I'm trying to go so hard. I want to say this to everybody. My mom used to tell me all the time, like, hold on to the years that you have because in your 20s, it is a blur.
Yeah.
We think our 20s are going to last forever. Next thing you wake up and you're 38.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? You know? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I thank God every day for my life. But when I think about life, having a family, having children, I think about, Derek, you got about 30 years. Now, that's a lot of time, and I hope I'm making past 30 years, but
for sure.
You got a lot. Yeah, you got, I mean, 30 years to watch a kid grow.
Yes.
To get kind of out on their own and stuff like that. So I think about how pivotal the next 30 years is for me because you have one of the most valuable things. And I think about this all the time, people with youth, because they always call me the old man, it's time.
Yeah.
Right? You never think about it in a certain way. My granddad told me, he said, Derek, these 80 years is fast. When he told me that, it changed my whole perspective on life and everything. As a young man, when he was 19, he never thought about 80.
Yeah, never.
Never.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just not something you think about. And then you are 80, and you're like, man.
Damn, I was 19.
I was 19.
Yeah.
My kids are grown. I've got grandkids. I've got great-grandkids, all these things. So I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you and Kiera. I'm so happy that the baby is here and you guys are going to grow with her and get to experience that.
Yeah, for sure.
And, and I'm sure that the relationship with a baby girl is so different.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I've already
got
seen
me talking different and everything. Come on, baby.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to her. And I've seen you interact with her, so I already know, man.
Yeah.
Like you a different side of your heart has opened up. You know what I'm saying? And,
for sure.
And you're taking that in, and I know she's in the best hands she can be in. You know what I'm saying? And she gets to grow up with her cousins. We already joked about it. Shout out to Jordan when when the cousins get in high school, it's going to be a couple grades between them, right?
Yeah.
And one's going to be driving and picking up. It's going to
be crazy.
It's going to be crazy, Bryson's going to be all tough. It's going to be funny, man. Callie's going to be driving. I'm going to go pick up Mila. Where y'all going? We're just going over to Claytor. No,
you're not.
Y'all ain't going to Claytor. We going. We all going, So, I mean, it's just incredible, man. That generation, they're going to have so many memories they're going to be able to make. That's how we grew up.
Yeah.
I grew up living right across from Ebony, Whitney, and Justin, and that was my cousins. We were thick as thieves, and everything Justin did, I wanted to be like him, So, like, it's just crazy they're going to be able to get to do that, too. What we looking like on time? 3 minutes. Okay. All right. We're good. We're right on the money. Have you got so stressed out yet? Do you know when you hit your points of like, I just need a minute?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't met them yet.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they will be.
Right,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Some of the things I think about with having kids and stuff like that, some of the things that we've experienced from our parents or our dads, stuff like that, is there anything that you've thought about that you're like, man, when I grew up, it was kind of like this, but I think I want to do things a little bit different? And maybe she's not at that age yet where you've had to have those,
I would say something I would do different would be trying to get in a position where that 9 to 5 doesn't affect me coming home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Coming home like, hey, what y'all want to do? Because, you know, they still have life after. They still want to do stuff when they get off school.
Yeah.
But that 9 to 5, when you coming home, it's kind of busting you. So you want to go to sleep. So it's kind of not more interactive, but on the weekends.
Right.
So just put myself in a spot where that 9 to 5 doesn't come into play with me affecting, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For sure.
That's a good point, man, because you work that full shift. Kids get off the bus with energy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you're like, you know, and I always say this, and I talked about this with somebody else. In y'all's relationship, marriage, everything, everybody talks about this thing of 50-50, right? And that's a myth.
Yeah.
Because that insinuates that you're only ever given half, right?
Yes.
What it really boils down to is at 1 a.m., Jalen has a little bit more energy than Kiara.
Yeah.
You're maybe at 80%.
Yeah.
Kiara's flat sleep. So at that moment, you realize, hey, I have a little bit more to give right now.
Yeah.
You give it. You lay down. You get up. When you're off, now she's rested. I got a little bit more to give.
Yeah, for sure.
You get home that evening, maybe she's already done a couple loads of clothes while the baby's asleep.
Yeah.
More energy, right? You're like, hey, chill. I'll go get us food. Now your energy comes. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dynamic is never 50-50. It's one day Jalen's going to have a little bit more in the gas tank that he can do.
Yeah.
Kiara recognized that. You're good. The next day comes, she's like, you know what? I got a little bit more today.
Yeah.
And if y'all can always understand that,
I'll always be riding.
you always be riding.
For
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? Because that's something that, and here's something else. I learned that late. I used to think that it was about like, all right, I cook 3 days in a row. Who gonna cook? You know?
Yeah.
Don't ever make it about things that are not that big of a deal. If nobody, like we always say, nobody wants to cook that night, get a pizza.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thanks.
I used to waste time on things that really didn't matter. It's okay, and if those clothes don't get done tonight, unless we need them,
Yeah.
right? We can get them tomorrow, stuff like that, you know. And I just think it's very interesting because you two are raising a child, and also you guys are still growing separately and together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So those dynamics, right?
Yeah.
You're evolving into a different man. She's evolving into a different woman. And y'all know that the common thing is it's okay for us to have that time where we are separate because we're still growing individually.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think a lot of people got to realize that too, and to go through certain changes, because I feel in our generation, and it may be getting too sappy. Let me know if it's too dry. I'll say some crazy shit. We give up on each other too easily.
Yeah.
When it's just a moment of a confusion or a moment where things ain't all glitter and gold. So we're like, oh man, this is messed up.
Yeah.
No, it's just a season. It's just a moment.
Yeah.
Now, there are certain situations where you're like, you know what, whatever. But I encourage everybody, the only way we're going to be able to have something substantial is work.
Yeah. You got to get over the bumps and bruises.
Yeah, you got to get, you got to get
sure.
over it, And I'm just so proud of you, man, because it's crazy being me watching you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, life has changed so much. Like I told Jordan, I used to help Jordan get dressed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, Jordan used to be so small, he had to hold his shorts on the side, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna kill me for this, but Jordan used to have him fold his shorts over on the side and hold them up. And my granddad, when he was alive, he loved Jordan, man. Like, Jordan, like, my granddad wake up Jordan in the morning and go take Jordan and Morgan to breakfast. Nobody else got to go. Just them two, right? And so now I see Jordan, he's got a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is just, it's beautiful, but it happens so fast, man. And I'm just thankful and I'm blessed. And I don't want to get too sappy and everything like that. But y'all, we've covered a lot in this episode.
Sure.
We've got so many more episodes to come. We've got big changes. I know I've been saying that for a while. But if you know anything about this business and what we're trying to do, you know that it takes time. We appreciate you guys, everyone that's watching, all of our supporters, all the messages. When I see people out here, Weston was ducking people last weekend. They knew he was there, But Weston was like in the seat, like ducking down a little bit. He didn't want nobody coming up to him, you know what I'm saying? Because when we walked in there, was like, I know who that is with the camera. I'm like, go talk to him, you know? But it's funny, man. I'm thankful for my team. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for this opportunity. Please continue to support us. Hit that subscribe button. Like I said, man, we want to give you guys stuff from our heart that's transparent, that you can see, and being honest about it. Like I said, 36% of you guys are not subbed and you still support us. Hit that button for us, right? We thank God for our creativity and being able to be here today. We still want to push the mental health aspect. If you struggle with anxiety, PTSD, things like that, like me, you know how the day-to-day can be. So in those moments when you feel low, reach out to somebody, talk to somebody. Do like I did and go sit on your brother's couch, right? Go sit on your brother's couch, man. It does wonders, I'm telling you. So, man, just check in with your people, man. Make sure you're checking in with them. This has been another great episode of the baddest podcast in the land. And until next time, be blessed.